So adapters are the one which is used for the authentication mechanism. Am I right? So that is what we discussed in the what you can say. That is what we were discussing in the previous calls actually. Am I right? Yeah.
Sir.
Yes. Okay. So now here what we are going to do. So now here in this case, right? Okay. So first, can you go to the Notepad plus plus? We are going to configure it as a SAML connection. We are going to configure it as a SAML connection. That is the FP connection. So Ping Federate will go act as a identity provider actually. Okay. Ping Federate will act as a identity provider. Okay. Getting my point? You clear, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So now, what we are going to do, right? So here before for example, let's say whenever we configure it as a like identity provider, right? So you need SP informations actually. Am I right? You need service provider metadata, or you need SP entity ID, ACS URL, what attributes we are going to pass it, right? So those informations and all you need to get it from the service provider, and then we need to put it inside our IDP actually. Then we will share our informations to the service provider actually, right? Getting my point? Yes. So that is what we are going to do that, right? So now here in this case we don't have any service provider actually. Am I right? We don't have any service provider with us actually. We just simply configure it and then we will test it. That's all, nothing else actually, right? So now what we are going to do, so first we will create a test connection. So to go through the configuration properly, to configure the connection properly, right? To get used to it, we will create like first 2 to 3 connections, like a testing process actually. Okay. Then we will create a proper Salesforce. Then we will create a proper Salesforce configuration basically. Okay. Getting my point? You clear? Yes. So now what we are going to do here in this case, first we will start with a normal kind of a configuration actually. Okay. So for SP connections, right? For adapter means it's a normal, it's multiple adapters we have, right? But here in this case, we don't have multiple connection and all. It's just like a one by one, you are going to create a different connection for each and every SAML applications actually. For each and every SAML connection, you are going to create separates. Okay. Getting my point? You clear? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So now what we are going to do, right? So here in this case, what we are trying to do. So first, can you go back to the, yeah, in the Notepad++, if you see, for SAML SP connections, right? What are the things you need? Okay. So entity ID of your SP, you need to configure it actually. So we don't have, since we don't have a service provider, right? So we'll start with configuring like test connection, like test-sp1 we will put it actually. Okay. Test-sp1 as a
Sure.
service provider entity ID. Okay. Then what is the next most important of the, in a SAML component, the next most important information is the that is our ACS URL. Am I right? So let's put the ACS URL as google.com actually. Okay. Let's put the ACS URL as a google.com. Okay. Yeah. Next. The next IDP SSO endpoint and single logout endpoint and all, it's already there. And we also have a IDP certificate. We already created it. Okay. So we just have to configure it. SP certificate, as of now, we don't want to use it. So no only. Okay. SAML subject, first time, there are 3 formats are there in the SAML subject, right? So there are 3 formats actually. One is that is known as the standard, pseudonym, transient, right? So here first we will choose it as a standard and we will pass the mail address in the SAML subject actually. We will pass the mail address in the SAML subject. And extra attributes, what are the attributes? Let's put first name, last name, and we'll put UID. So 4 attributes. One SAML subject, we are going to send it as a mail, and then first name, last name, and UID actually. 4 attributes. So these 4 attributes, can we get it from the adapter itself actually? Or do you want to contact the data store and get it in the SAML connection? Can you tell me? Yesterday, when we configure the adapter, I think from the PC itself, we are getting some 4 attributes. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, given name, yes, and mail, UID, we got it yesterday, right? So that means we put the attributes in the adapter itself. So for SAML connection, for this connection, I think we can get it from the adapter itself. So you don't need to contact the data store and get it actually for this connection. Maybe second connection, when we try to get maybe that connection, we can get extra attributes actually. Okay, getting my point? Yes. Again, no single logout as of now. We will use IDP SSO, SP SSO actually. Okay. And bindings obviously post and redirect only. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So first, when we do that SP connection, we need to start by the under SP connection, right? When you create a connection, first three steps, right, will stay the same actually. So the real connection will start from the fourth step only. Okay. For every, even if you create 1,000 SAML connection also, first three steps are same actually. Okay. Even for 1,000 connection, all the steps are same. Only entity ID, ACS URL, and what attribute you are using, right? Only these are the things will get changed. Other than that, all the other information will stay the same. Okay. Getting my point? Yes. So, but anyways, first three steps will stay the same. Will stay the same actually. So let's try to get it. Okay, can you go back to the connection? Let's create a SAML connection with the SP entity ID as test-sp1 and ACS URL as google.com actually. Okay, and attributes SAML subject as mail. We'll send extra attributes like first name, last name, uh, UID actually. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to the SP connection here. Yes. So there are two options, right? Create connection and import connection. So import connection we will see later. Okay. So first let's start with the create connection actually. Okay. So let's do create connection here. Yeah. So now here in this case, as I already mentioned, first three steps will stay the same. It never changes. So the real configuration will start from the fourth step only. Okay. So do not use a template. Actually, we don't have any template. So every time it's do not use a template only. So click on next. Yeah. So here we need to choose the browser SSO. Yeah. And then SAML 2.0 only. So these are all will stay the same for all the connection, right? SAML 2.0 only. Okay. There are no other changes, right? So click on next. Yes. Yeah. Connection option is browser SSO only. There is no change here also. So as I already mentioned, so till this one, there are no changes actually, right? Till this one there are no changes. Okay, so then from the next step only, the most important configuration will start from the fourth step here in this step only. Okay, getting my point? Yeah, understood guys? Any doubts till now? Yeah. And also yeah, in this case, right, we don't have any metadata from the service provider, right? We have like test-sp1 as a entity ID, just we are getting it manually, right? We don't have that particular configuration. So we will straight away, we will without none option, no, don't use file or URL. Maybe next connection will use file or URL actually. Okay, so we can simply go ahead with the none option and click on next.
None.
Yeah. Okay. So now here what we are trying to do in this case, yeah, the most important information will start from here only. Okay. So first step itself, it is asking you to create a, what you can say, it's basically like entity ID, right? So we need to put the entity ID here. Okay. We need to put the entity ID here in this case. Okay. So now a test-sp1 is the entity ID. Even connection name also you can put the same thing. Test-sp1 it's enough. Yeah. Right. So first two or both are same actually. So there should not be any changes here actually. Okay. So the real connection will start from the why we are putting both of them are same. Why? Because the thing is that like there should not be any changes required actually. Okay. So the for example, there should not be any confusion happen. Okay. For example, let's say in our SAML connection, okay, entity ID, if you put it one value and then if you put a different value for the connection name, means it will create a confusion. Which one is SP entity ID and which one is connection name, right? will get a confusion. So in order to overcome it, put both of them are same. That's easy, right? So it's easy. Basically, we can easily work on it, right? So that's the reason. Getting my point? Clear? Yeah. Any doubts on this one? Yes. So other than that, we have a company name, contact number, contact email, right? So those are all application contact details. You can put it here actually. Application contact details, you can put it here. So as an application means application team will have certain contact details actually. Am I right? Application will have a contact details, right? So those contact details and all you can put it here actually. Okay. Like for example, if it is a Salesforce means Salesforce will have a team, right? So that particular team will have a what you can say, that particular team will have a contact point, contact person, or the email address and all, right? So those details and all you can put it here actually. Why we are putting it means so that it's easy actually in future. If anything happens means if any issue happens means we can able to easily solve that actually, right? Or we can also easily go ahead and what you can say, we can also easily go ahead and like we can also easily go ahead and contact the person easily, right? So we don't want to depend upon anyone else actually, right? So that was the concept. Getting my point? You clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But that doesn't gonna affect the connection, right, sir?
Sorry, didn't get you. Could you please come again?
The contact name, the contact number, they're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
affect the connection, right? They're not
No,
that
no,
important.
it's not going to. Yeah, it's not going to affect anything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
just we are putting the details. It's this is just the information actually. It's not going to it's not going to affect anything else actually. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here, if you scroll down and then yeah, the transaction logging is there, right? How the log files and all will get stored in the backend actually. Okay. How the log files and all will get stored in the backend. So here in this case, we will be using it as a what you can say. We will be using it as this like a standard means normal success failure. Why it got success? Why it got failure? Normal transaction will get stored. Okay. And if it is what we can say, if it is like a enhanced means it will be more raw information and all will be there. Full means everything will be there actually. Okay. But why we are not going to use what you can say, why we are not going to use these are all right, because it's basically like little bit kind of it will increase the file size. So there is a concept called what you can say, there is a concept one file called transaction log in the backend. Okay, so that transaction log which is used to I mean this is the structure which is used to store that transaction log actually. Okay, getting my point? Yes. Clear on this one, guys? Any doubts? Yeah, click on next. Yes. Okay. So every time use the transaction log as standard only. Don't increase it or don't put none also. Okay. We'll use the same thing. Okay, because it may create any problem in the future also. Okay. Getting my point? You clear? Yeah. Okay. So now here in this case, what we are going to do. So now here configure browser SSO. Under configure browser SSO, there are 4 sub steps are there actually. Okay. See, there are 4 sub steps, right? SAML profile, accession lifetime, accession creation, and the protocol settings, right? Accession creation only the SAML response creation actually. Protocol settings means you will give the ACS URL and other stuffs and all. Basically, you need to give it. Okay, getting my point? Yes. So SAML profile means we need to enable IDP initiated SSO and SP initiated SSO both, right? So let's enable IDP initiated SSO and SP initiated SSO both. Mhm. Yeah. So for every connection, these two should be enabled. Even logout also you can ignore it. That's fine. Okay. Even logout also you can ignore it, but don't ignore the IDP initiated SSO and single logout actually. Sorry, single sign on. Okay. Getting my point? Clear? Yeah. Okay. So now click on next. Yes. Okay. So now here accession lifetime, that is before 5 minutes and after 5 minutes. So total 10 minutes. But actually this case, right? Okay. It's not that much kind of a useful in the real time. Why? Because I mean 5 minutes means 10 minutes. Actually, the transaction time of if that the transaction time of your SSO or SAML, it will be completed within like what you can say, within like 1 second or something, right? Even it won't take 1 second. These are all it's microseconds actually. Am I right? These are all like a microseconds actually, right? It's not going to take more than that actually. It's not going to take more than that. So how come we can able to give 5 minutes, 5 minutes? Just a configuration only. We are not going to increase it or we are not going to decrease it. Okay. But still why we are using it means maybe suppose the user like got the login screen, but they didn't put the username and password. So they went outside for a break or something like that, right? And then after some time he come back and then type it again means it's not going to work, right? The page will get expired because he waited for like 5 minutes and then it got expired, right? So 5 minutes before and after in the sense, right? It's basically like what is the response on this one? uh, the SAML request will be valid for 5 minutes actually. So within 5 minutes it should have to accept the SAML request. IDP should have to accept the SAML request and throw the login screen to the user actually. Okay, minutes after 5 minutes, it's basically SAML response will be valid for 5 minutes. So after generating the SAML response within 5 minutes, the SP should have to accept the SAML response actually. SP should have to accept the SAML response. Getting my point? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts on this one?
No.
Okay, everything is clear, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now what we are trying to do now here in this case, we are going to configure it as a what you can say. We are going to configure it as click on next. So now we are going to create a SAML response. That is the SAML assertion. That is the SAML assertion. We are going to create it. Okay. We are going to create the SAML assertion. So for SAML assertion means we need to give the attributes and other stuff, right? That is what we are going to configure it here. Okay. Configure assertion creation here. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So now, as I already mentioned, for SAML subject, there are three formats are there, right? One is standard mapping, pseudonym, and transient, right? For first connection, let's use standard only. Okay. Next connection, we will use pseudonym. Next connection, we will use transient. Okay. Getting my point? Yes. So now here, choose the standard. Click on next. Yeah. Okay. So for SAML, this is SAML subject is mandatory, right? SAML subject is mandatory here. So there is no change in the SAML subject. Okay. So other attributes and all we can able to get it actually. Other attributes and all we can able to get it basically. So other attributes in the sense, what are the details we are going to configure it basically here in this case. So here in this case, we are going to configure it as what attributes, like shall we put first name, last name, mobile? No, not mobile. Let's put first name, last name. Let's put first name, last name, and UID, right? So four attributes we will put it actually. Four attributes we will put it. Okay, getting my point? Yeah. First name. This is just a variable name, guys. Okay. Please be clear on this one. This is just a variable name, not the exact value actually. This is just a variable name, not the exact value. The attribute we will be putting in the next line, next step only. Okay. The attribute we will be putting in the next step only, not here. Okay. Getting my point, right? Okay. No, mail. No, mail. We will put it in the SAML subject. We don't want to put it separately. Okay.
One more attribute, sir. What
No,
can
that's
we
all. Three. That's
three?
enough. We have four is enough already. Okay. SAML subject, three extra. Okay. This is
Okay.
enough for as of now. Maybe next connections and all we will give a different values. Okay. Getting my point? Yes. Right. Okay. Now click on next. Okay. So now here in this case, what we are trying to do. So now here we need to configure the adapter, right? So let's map adapter instance. Mhm. Yeah. So now here, first let's choose the HTML actually, right? Let's do the HTML. Yes. Okay. So now click on next. Yeah. So if you remember, if you see here itself, we can able to see the informations, right? For example, here, if you could see, we have a given name, yes, and mail itself, it is available. So that means we can contact the contact the LDAP, and then we can get it, right? So we don't want to depend upon anything else actually. Am I right? You clear? Yes. So now click on next. Mhm. Yeah. So now here, this is where that option which I was discussing, right, to you, which I was discussing to you, that is like in the SAML configuration or in the OAuth configuration, there are two ways you can able to get the user information. Am I right? One way by using the adapter values, other way that is known as the extra additional attributes, getting it from the LDAP. If you see the first option, right, that is the extra option, which what you can say, that is the retrieve additional attributes from the data store actually, but that is
Multiple
only one
attributes.
mapping. Okay, that is only one mapping. Second one, multiple mapping. Multiple mapping in the sense fail safe. Okay, suppose if the data store got failed, means we can give a fail safe also. Okay, if suppose data store got failed, then what will happen? That's all right. If the data store got failed, means it will give an error actually, but we have a fail safe in the second one actually. But second one, we won't use it regularly, we won't usually use it, but there is an option for fail safe also. And then third option, we will get it from the adapter actually. Third option, we will get it from the adapter. So these are the three different ways we can, two different ways we can able to use it basically. Okay, first two are LDAP, last one is the adapter. So but here in this case, what we are going to do, we are going to get it from the LDAP only. Am I right? Sorry, adapter only. Am I right? Yeah. So let's use the adapter here. Mhm. So choose the adapter values and then click on next. Because we are getting given name, yes, and mail, UID, four attributes, which is already there actually, right? So let's use it. Mhm. Yes. So here, if you see under the SAML subject, we have a source, right? There are different sources are available. Am I right? So here we are going to choose the adapter only. But before that, we have other options also, right? We have a text. Text means it's a static text actually. Text means it's a static text. Static text means it's a single text you are going to give it for the all the users. For example, let's say the company name, the people are asking for a company name actually. So company name should be same for all the people. Am I right? Company name should be same for all the people. So why we want to contact the LDAP and then get it? You don't need to contact the LDAP and get it, right? Simply you can put it as a text. If the company name it's a Infosys, means it's the same. I can put it as a text value, right? I don't want to put it as a, get it from the LDAP or not actually. I don't want to get it from the LDAP, right? Yes. Now the next one is that is known as the no mapping. No mapping means it's empty. No mapping means it's a empty null value. Okay, it will go as a null value. Okay, and then next one is expression. Expression means it's a customized expression that we will see it later actually. That we will see it later, not right now. We will see it later because there are like some kind of coding we will be using it. That we will come back and we'll do that actually. That will come back and we'll do that. Okay. Yes, and then context means the IP address, the header details, right? Those are all will be available in the context actually. So now we are going to choose the adapter. Okay, so let's choose the adapter and get the attributes actually. Okay, SAML subject, I think we are going to use the mail actually, right? Yeah, yeah, and choose first name means what is the first name? What is the first name, guys?
Adapter only, sir.
Yes, given name. Okay, yeah, choose adapter and given name. What is the last name?
SN
Yes. What is the UID? UID is UID. No
UID.
changes. Yeah. That's all basically. Mobile is mobile. Okay. Full name is CN. Okay. Yes. That's all. See, all four are done, right? So click on next, next. Yeah. Then it's UID only. Yeah. That's correct. Four are done. Yeah. Click on next, next. Yeah. Next. Yeah. Yeah. Now this is just a summary which you have tried to create it. Accession creation, right? That is what. Okay, done. That's all. Okay, so now, okay, so adapter mapping is done. So under accession creation, there were four steps are there. Okay, that is identity mapping, right? That is your standard mapping we have given. And attribute means what attribute we have given. SAML subject, first name, last name, mail, sorry, UID. And then what adapter we did, authentication source mapping. Okay, so whenever the SAML connection comes, right, it will go inside this connection and then it will trigger this particular authentication source mapping only. Okay, so that means it will trigger the HTML adapter only. Okay, because we have configured the HTML adapter, right? Getting my point? That is what the concept. Okay, so now this under accession creation, okay, we have configured all the three steps. Done. So click on next. You will get the summary. Mhm. Yeah, see, this is the accession creation summary which we did. Okay, scroll down and done. That's all. Yeah, so accession creation is completed. Now the next, yeah. Mhm. Now the next one is, that is one as the protocol settings, right? So accession creation is done. Under browser SSO, we have four subtopics: SAML profile, life, accession lifetime, accession creation. So these three steps is completed. Now the last one is protocol settings. Okay, yeah, that's your ACS URL and all. We will be configuring it right there. Configure protocol settings here. Mhm. Yeah. So now here choose the binding, right? So as I already mentioned, SAML response will go as a post method, right? So let's use post. Yeah. And then maybe what URL we can give? Let's give https colon double slash https colon double slash. Let's give google.com. https colon double slash google.com. We can put it. Yeah. Yeah. So as of now, let's add one URL as of now. Okay. Click on next. Yeah. Maybe next connection we can add multiple ACS URL also. So SAML supports multiple ACS URL also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as I already mentioned, SAML binding should be post and redirect only, right? Because SOAP and artifact are going to remove it actually. So let's use only post and redirect. Click on next. Yes. Now the signature. So first signatures, right? As I already mentioned, there are different signatures are available, right? Where you can able to sign the SAML accession, or you can able to sign the SAML response. Okay, only you can sign the accession, or you can sign the whole response. Okay, the second or third option it was there, right? If you want to sign the response, the third option. If you want to sign the accession, second option actually. Okay, maybe first connection will sign only the accession, maybe next connection will sign the response actually. Okay, so let's use the second option. Yes. Yeah. Okay, maybe the next connection will use the third option. Click on next. Yeah. So SAML accession encryption you don't need. Okay, because if you enable it, you need the ESP certificate, right? For SAML encryption part actually we don't need that. So just simply click on next. That's all, the last and final setting. So now protocol settings are done. Under protocol settings, what are the option we did? ACS URL, bindings, signature, encryption, right? Four. Under accession creation we did identity mapping, attribute, authentication source mapping, right? That is what the difference actually. Okay, now click on done. So now under browser SSO, we have completed SAML profiles. That is, you have given IDP initiated SSO, SP initiated SSO. Am I right? Then accession lifetime 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after you have given. Accession creation. Under accession creation, there were three steps, right? Mapping the adapter, standard mapping or SAML subject mapping, right? Standard or pseudonym or transient. And then you have given the attribute, extra attributes, right? First name, last name, and all, right? So those details. Under protocol settings, ACS URL, bindings, signature, encryption, four, right? So browser SSO is completed. That's all. Okay, this is the major configuration. These four steps are major configuration in the SAML. Okay, click on next. Yeah, the last and now browser SSO. This is a summary of browser SSO. See, under browser SSO, first one is SAML profile, IDP initiated SSO, SP initiated SSO. Next is the accession lifetime. Right, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Every connection will stay the same. There won't be any changes actually. Okay. Then now accession creation. Under accession creation, we have 3 steps, right? Identity mapping, what you can say, identity mapping, and then the attribute contract, what attributes are we are going to configure it basically. Then what we can do, next one is that is known as the adapter mapping, right? What adapter? HTML. Under HTML we are configuring different values, right? So that is what we did, right? Yeah, so this is how we can able to do the configuration. Getting my point? You clear? Yeah, any doubts on this one? Yes.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Under
Yeah.
adapters, we can add as many as adapters we want.
Yes, multiple adapters also. We will be doing it multiple adapters later. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we will be what you can say. We will be doing multiple adapters in the later part. I mean, not later. Basically, once we complete the proper SAML, right? We will configure multiple adapters like HTTP. We will map it, and then we will be mapping the MFA adapters, right? So those are all we will be doing it. Okay, getting my point? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We will be doing it, so no problem there. Okay, yeah, clear on this one? Any doubts? Yeah, if you have any doubts, please let me know as of now. Shall we click on done? Now the last and final settings is pending actually. So what is the setting is pending now? Because we have one more setting actually, that is known as the what you can say,
Certificate.
so yes, the last and final one, because you need a certificate to sign the SAML accession, right? You enable signature as a signing the SAML accession, but now we need to configure it, right? That is what we are going to do it. Okay, that is what we are going to do it. Okay, you clear on this one? Yeah. Okay, now the credentials, right? Click on next. Browser SSO are completed. Yeah, click on next actually. Yeah. Okay, configure credentials. That's all. Yeah, so choose a certificate in the drop down. The certificate which we already created it actually. Okay, you can choose it directly. No, in the drop down, not the manage one. Okay, choose it in the click on done. You have clicked on the manage certificates by the no, don't do anything. Click on done only in the right hand side. If you do it, that's all. Whatever we did till now, it will get affected actually. Yeah. Okay. So in the drop down, choose a certificate. Yeah.
Secondary, this is not recorded.
We don't need the secondary. Yeah. Okay, getting my point? Yes. Click on next. That's all basically. The last and final will be the one. Okay. Yeah. This is the summary which we have created till now actually. Okay. Clear? Any doubts? Okay, that's all basically. Okay, this is completed. Okay, so now test-sp1 is completed, right? So let's do the testing. So click on the test-sp1. Yeah, you can see when it is created and when it is modified in the right hand side actually. You can see that option also. Okay, getting my point? Clear? Yes. So when you create it, you will have a one URL actually. When you create a configuration, you have one URL in the top, right? One URL got generated, right? So that URL is known as the what you can say. That URL is known as the just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. So now here in this case, what we are trying to do here, we are going to configure it as a Okay, and before that, can you open another tab in order to track the SAML response has been generated, right? So when I hit this URL, it will go inside the SAML connection and check what adapter has been configured. It's HTML, right? So it will trigger the HTML and you will get the login screen. Okay, once you get the login screen, you need to type the username and password. After authentication, you will get the SAML response with the attributes and other stuff. It will redirect to the google.com. Okay, so but in order to track the SAML response, right, you need one extension. Just type SAML tracer for Chrome. Have you heard about it? This one, guys, SAML tracer for Chrome, in order
Yes,
to
sir.
trace the SAML. Yeah. Sunil, did you know this one?
Yeah, yes, sir. Actually, I have installed, I guess, this.
Oh, you already
But I
installed it?
added it. Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
can you click on the puzzle button there? There is a plugin button, right? Yeah. That is a finish up. Ah, yeah, that is a. Oh, it's already there. Can you just pin it? Yeah. Okay. Can you just open it? Yeah. And you can close this. Yeah. Okay. Minimize it and just try to. Yeah. Okay. Hit it. Enter. I think you already copy paste the URL, right? Yeah. Just paste it and then that's all. Yeah. See, that is a google.com and we are passing it as a post method, right? That is a post binding. Okay. In the right hand side, there is one more SAML is there, right? In the top right hand side. Yeah. Click on it and copy the SAML. There is a copy option also there, right, in the top. Yeah. Now can you go back to the Notepad++ and paste it? So this is a SAML response, guys. Open another tab, paste it. Yeah, in the top, click on the language. Yeah, XML. Oh, it's not. Yeah, and also it's not properly copied. Can you delete it? Okay, let's do one thing. Can you go back to the tracer again? Let's do manual copy. Yeah. Can you manually copy this? Yeah, and put it there. Yeah. Control A, Control C. Select it and Control A. Control A now. Oh, it's not taking it up. So you
Okay.
need to drag manually. Yeah. You need to drag manually line by line. Yeah. No. First drag. Put shift. Put shift. Shift end or shift down key. Oh, it's not coming up. Shift down key is not coming.
Shift.
Mhm.
Here I'm not.
This is correct only. In the right hand side, it's a SAML.
But here I'm not able to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then copy the SAML. Yeah, I think that is some. Yeah. Okay, copy the SAML and put it there in the notepad. Yeah. Can you just like zoom? No, you just have to zoom it. Yeah. Zoom means I think you need to use the control plus your mouse scroll. Did you do control key, right? Control plus mouse scroll. Or click on the plus symbol in the top. Yeah, this is perfect. Good. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So guys, if you see, okay, it's not okay. Can you do one thing? Can you go back to the browser? Yeah. Can you close this SAML tracer? We don't need that. Can you remove this? Can you close it? Can you remove that? Remove this extension from the browser. Yeah. Close this. Yeah, remove this extension. We'll add one more extension actually. Not this is not a proper extension. Right click, remove. Yeah. Yes. Open another tab. Just type SAML tracer for Chrome. Mhm. Open another tab. Yeah. Scroll down. Oh yeah, click on that one. SAML tracer. No, I think that is not that one. Can you scroll down? Okay, can you scroll to the top? Click on the first link itself. I think you are using Yahoo as a search tool
I
itself.
have that SAML tracer, sir. If you want, I can.
Oh yeah, can you copy the link and put it in the chat so that he
Yeah.
can copy also? Yeah, this is it. That's correct. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, click on add to Chrome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Add extension and pin it similarly actually. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so now open the SAML tracer and try to access it again. The same URL. Yeah. You need to open the SAML tracer first. Close it, close it. Close the unnecessary tabs. Close the unnecessary tabs. Yeah. Close it, close it. Yeah. Go back to the console, copy the URL, and then open the SAML tracer and hit it. Yeah. Open the SAML tracer now. It's already you pinned it right there itself. Okay. Yeah. Now paste it. Enter. See, now the session will go automatically because the session is already there. See? The session is already there. In the bottom, SAML tracer is there, right? Click on that one. Now you'll see the SAML, right? Yeah. Now this is much more, yes. In the bottom, SAML is there, right? There are four headings are there.
Yes,
Click
sir.
on the SAML, copy the SAML one and paste it in the notepad. Yeah.
So why do we have two posts, sir? Two
Mhm.
SAML.
Maybe
Why do
that because of some redirection happened actually maybe two times he may clicked on it, so that's why. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. If you scroll to the top, yes, this is so. Yeah, now this is perfect. Now see the SAML response is starting in the first line, and then version is 2.0 in the next line, right? And there is one transaction ID, right, in the third line. Okay, it's also known as the referrer ID. For each and every transaction, that ID will be different. Okay, yeah. And then when it is issued in the fourth line, okay, and who created in the sixth line, okay, that's your IDP created it, right? The issuer is your identity provider. Now in the next line, seventh line is the status. So status means it's successful, right? Obviously, 7, 8, 9 success. Yes, and then 10th line, the SAML accession is getting created, right? Under SAML accession, who what is this? We signed the SAML accession. Am I right? So that's why inside the accession you see the signature information and all which is available, right? From 16th line, you see the yeah. You see who created the. I mean, inside the SAML accession, we sign the we sign the SAML accession only. So that's why the signature is there inside the accession. If you sign the response, the signature will be outside the accession actually before 10th line. Okay, getting my point? Yeah. If you scroll down, you'll see the SAML subject in line number 32, I think. We are sending the SAML subject as mail address, right? Yeah, that's why we are sending the mail address of UID is equal to Sunil, right? So Sunil's mail address, it's there in the, which is there in LDAP, it automatically comes up in the SAML subject, and that is in the standard mapping, right? In line number 32, we see the SAML subject as mail, right? In sorry, line number 31, I think. Sorry, 32, I think. Yeah. If you see, there is a mail address, yes, domo2020 at the rate of
Right, that's it.
gmail.com, actually. Yes. Now, if you scroll down, we are sending other attributes also, basically, right? If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the other attributes like first name, UID, mail, sorry, UID, SN, right? Yeah, first UID is there. That's a Sunil. And then first name is also Sunil. Last name is Damu, right? All three informations are there one by one, right? This is how we can able to see the SAML response actually. Okay,
Yes.
Sure,
so
sir.
yeah, go ahead.
In the SAML tracer, even in the summary, we can find all
Yeah, we
this.
can see that. If you can go to the SAML tracer, click on the summary there. Yeah, the next tab, right? Yes, see UID first name, last name, and then SAML subject mail address is also there, right? Yeah, you can see all the details here itself. Subject is no, in the summary only. Click on the summary. In the bottom, you see UID first name, last name,
Yeah, so
and you can also see the SAML subject in the fourth
subject
mail
shows.
address actually. Okay, yeah, like this also we can see, or we can also copy paste it in a proper way. Okay, Yeah, so this is what it has been sent to the google.com. As a service provider, google.com will accept it and it will allow the user to log in. Okay. Yeah, getting my point? Understood? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what you can do, right, guys, in the offline, create same connection again, 5 to 6 connection created, same detail again, actually. Okay, no, don't do any changes. Put test-sp2, sp3, sp4 like that. Okay, because you cannot use the same entity ID for the next connection. So the next connection, when you try to practice it in offline, put test-sp2, sp3, sp4, sp5 like that, and then you can use the same ASS URL, same attributes, same adapter, configure it again, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, till you get practice actually. Okay, till get you used to it, right? Create the same thing again and again and again and again actually. Okay, maybe like at least create 3 to 4 connections actually. Okay, so before coming back tomorrow, right, create at least 3 to 4 connections, and then so that you'll get used to it, because next time when we do a connection, you should have to automatically, you should have to go actually. Okay, but there are some changes. We'll be doing it in the next connection, like we will be using pseudonym, we'll get the attributes from the LDAP, right? So those kind of stuff and all, we'll be doing it in the next connection. Okay, so when we do that, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so before that, practice the same connection again and again and again. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, getting my point? Yes. You clear on this one, right? Any doubts on the steps which we configured, guys?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so do it same again actually. Okay, for practice, like 4 to 5 connections, you have to practice in the offline. Then only you will get easily understand it. Okay. Anyways, we will be creating another 4 connections in the class itself, but still, when you practice in the offline also, like even create 10 connections also. Okay, till how long you get practice, right? Like for example, when you create 6 connection, maybe 7th connection you will get automatically, or maybe even in the second connection also you'll get automatically, right? Even if you close your eyes also, you need to see, show, I mean, you need to tell the steps actually, what is the next step, okay, why we are going to use that. Okay, if I see, I can see easily, like for example, you have to, like, even though the screen is not there in the console also, you have to tell, you have to see the your, I mean, your steps should have to be seen in the screen automatically for your eyes actually. For example, if I see now, I can see the protocol setting. Under protocol settings, we have ACS URL, we have bindings, we have the signature option, we have encryption policy and summary, right? I can see that option clearly right now, but the screen is not there actually, right? The screen is there in the Google. Okay, and then if I for the browser SSO, we have 4 options: SAML profiles, accession lifetime, and then we have accession creation. Under accession creation, we have identity mapping, attribute contract, authentication, source mapping, that is the adapter mapping, right? I can see that without seeing the screen also, I can tell you. Okay, you have to, like, even without seeing the screen also, that details should have to display for you in front of your eye actually. That one will, you will get used to it when you configure like multiple connections again and again and again actually. Getting my point, right?